guys, I have decided to make another chatty kind of a video on fragrances that I'm undecided about. Do you ever have that? When you do have a fragrance, you don't really use it, you're not very sure whether you want to keep it or not. Has that ever happened to you? Let me know. What do you do in that case? Do you instantly give it away? So let's look at the fragrances that I'll be testing out for the next month. So what I have decided is that for the upcoming month, if I don't wear any of them, if I don't go for any of them, I will be selling these because I don't want to keep fragrances that just collect dust in my wardrobe. So first one is Valentino Donna. It is a slightly, I would say slightly, I don't want to say vintagey, but this is a rose iris combination. So it is a powdery rose scent, and yet it's kind of fresh because of the iris. I do like it. I adore the bottle. I just love these kind of bottles. To be honest, I think the bottle was one of the reasons why I wanted to have the bottle in the first place. But since I've got it, I don't really lean to wear it. So I'm not really sure what to do with that. I'll be seeing what to do with that. Now, this is a not really sure how to pronounce this. This is from Nikolai Sacre Bleu Intense. This is a very hard to explain. I mean, I think one of the most predominant things about this fragrance, it is a very warm, spicy fragrance. And yet I think, I'm not really sure, but I think the note of ylang was the very prominent player in this scent. It gives a little bit vintagey vibes, and yet it's a very, very warm, deep, almost resinous. I think it's very good for this cold weather, but I don't know. I don't know. Have you tried that one? Maybe the weather is not the right time, and maybe that's why I'm not vibing with it, but we will see. Now let's talk about my biggest disappointment, I think, from the past year. I really wanted to love it. I bought it as a partial. This is Starlight by Xerjoff. I love the bottle. It's so sparkling. It looks like stars all over. Very pretty, kind sparkly. And I love cardamom, and I have heard people saying that this is the best cardamom scent there is, and yet I can't wear it. There is either almond or heliotrope, not really sure which of the notes there was, but my problem is that often heliotrope sits on my skin smelling like talc powder, like more of a chemical talc on my skin, and it feels dusty as though it tickles your nose. And this is what I get with this fragrance. I do like the cardamom, but as soon as this nose tickly talc comes out, I'm like, I can't wear this. So there is a big possibility that I will give it away. I already know to whom I could give it away. Yeah, it's quite disappointing. Do you ever hear something super good about the fragrance and then you actually are disappointed. So another one, Amore Cafe by Mancera. Very similar experience with the previous one. This is a sugary coffee scent. Smells like, I don't know, feels like a cappuccino with quite a big dose of sweet syrup or something like that. I do get the coffee, but it's quite sweet, slightly powdery, and yet again, at least to my nose, it gives this, not in the beginning, but in a dry down, I also get that talc, which I'm not fond of, and I understand that most probably it is just a problem of my skin chemistry that just doesn't work with this one. But I have heard so many people liking this, so I'm not saying it's bad. Unfortunately, it just doesn't go with my skin. I actually do enjoy this fragrance quite a lot. So this is the key reason why I still haven't got rid of it. I will try to wear it a bit in a cold weather and I will see what to do with it. Now, teriyaki, or how we pronounce it. So, Latafa teriyaki. This is a honeyed leather with pretty good dose of sourness, I think, from a rhubarb, if I'm not mistaken. I actually did enjoy it. I did enjoy it. I bought it in, I think it was summer when I got it. And I did enjoy it at first. I did like it. Mostly I liked it because of the sourness. You know, these two opposites of very sweet, honeyed caramel aspect and very sour aspect of rhubarb together with leather. I do enjoy it, but somehow I just don't wear it, so we'll see what to do with that. Another super duper sweet scent is Roses Barbaranza by Lancome. I have huge problems with this one because it is insanely sweet. There's notes of, I think, pistachios. To be honest, I don't remember all the notes. There are quite a lot. I remember there was rose, pistachios. There were also some kind of sour nuances. I do like it, but I must say that this is the level of sweetness that I just can bear. I do like it from the bottle. I could like, if I could just smell it from the bottle time to time, but I had it, I bought it as a partial. Let's start with that. I bought it as a partial, so it's not all my dent. But since I bought it, I wore maybe 2 times, maybe 3 max. And I've had this bottle for approximately 3 years now, and I've worn it just maybe twice or 3 times overall. Another one that I find difficult is very famous Jardins de Misfa. This is an interesting one. It is very sweet rose with dates. And you know, I do like rose and I like dates and perfumery, but this is just so sweet. Um, I don't know. I don't know. I'm undecided. It is very, there's also something interestingly uplifting, as though airy in it. But I I just can't make myself to wear it. So I'll be thinking out about this one as well. Then if we go further, that I have put in here, okay, let's take this one if you really want to come out. So it's a Drop This Miyake by Issey Miyake. This is a fragrance about lilacs. It is a very sort of fresh and yet powdery lilac scent. For a few times I have worn it to the physiotherapy when I work out. I don't know, I just never want to wear it. This is Calvin Klein Beauty. It's very, very simple and yet pleasant, not indolic jasmine scent. I think though it's floral woody scent, I think it's quite fresh one. I think it is a good gym scent, a pleasant office scent, the fragrance that can fit into any situation where it's sort of not allowed to wear fragrances. I think this is a good oldie and cheapie for that matter. And last one in here, and I don't want to get it out. So this is Marc Jacobs Decadence. On my skin, it opens up quite sweet, plummy iris, and in the dry down, it is quite flat, more woody scent, at least on my skin. I'm not very sure whether I want to keep it. It is quite lovely, but I do have other iris scents that I prefer in my collection, so I'll be thinking about this. Don't mind my box. There are some travels that I'm playing with that we can talk about another time. So, have you tried any of these? Maybe you can recommend they're better in a different season of time. And I'm just curious, do you ever have a fragrance that you haven't worn for a very long time? What do you do with them? Do you give them away to your friends and relatives, or do you sell them, or what? Or do you just like to keep them in your collection? I'll be happy to hear from you. See you in the next one. Bye.